Alright, so now that we have all the images loaded in the video, it's time to build an aura. So we're going to click on aura, and it pops up with a brand new thing here. You click add, and you have a new screen here, and we're going to name this electromagnetism. Okay, the trigger image. I click this, it's going to load all the ones I have from before. I pick mine, and then the channel, you're going to put in the WCS EAL channel. Alright, so we got that there. Now the overlays, the first one I want you to do is your definition. Let's try that one. Nope, definition. There we go. So let's start with the definition. And then the second one I want you to do is the mind map. And the third is the video. Alright? So you have those three all set up there. Now at the bottom, you can apply the actions that will happen. What I want is the first one is just what happens first. The second one, I want to make it initially hidden so it doesn't show up at the beginning. Otherwise you have all three going at the same time. Alright? Now because in my particular case, I had to focus in on the middle of my word, I'm actually going to make my thing a little bit bigger. If your whole word fit in the target image, you can leave this the same size. But I'm going to make it bigger and then refocus it on top of my word right there. And I will do that for all of them. Okay, and if you saw, this makes them just disappear, become visible in terms of when you're working with them. It helps. And then the video, smack dab in the center as well. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, all right, now that I have my things resized a bit bigger, and all three of them done, what we're going to look at next is how to set up the sequencing so that after the definition comes up, those other things will come up. So what I'm going to do is go back to number 1, and I'm going to add an action. So when the overlay is tapped, which means they tap the screen, we are going to stop overlay 1. We're going to add another action that when the overlay is tapped, we are going to start overlay 2. Okay, so it's very simple to add these progressions. So what's going to happen is overlay 1 starts, and then when you tap the screen, it stops and overlay 2 starts. And guess what? We'll do the same thing here to number 2. When overlay is tapped, you stop overlay 2, and then you start overlay 3. Okay, now that we're done, that's everything. Overlay 3 is our last one, so we don't need to add anything into it. But if you want to, you can take a look at what you can do. Okay, so actually I've changed my mind. On overlay 3 with the video, what I want to do is change this one to after overlay has started. Okay, so we're going to start it. Make an overlay full screen. We're going to make overlay 3 full screen. Once that's completed, what we'll do is when overlay has finished, okay, so it'll play the video once, we will, actually, let's just make it tap. So when overlay is tapped, we will take an overlay off full screen, and that's overlay 3. All right. With that done, let's review that quick. Overlay has started, make an overlay full screen, that's number 3. When an overlay is tapped, take an overlay off full screen, and that's overlay 3. So we'll save that, and our Aurasma is now done. So at this point, what you'd want to do is check with your teacher and see if she can use the iPod Touch to scan your word now and make sure it's working. And if it's not working, we'll have to troubleshoot and see if we can make it a better image or add more things, or if it's a problem with your coding for these 3 overlays. All right? Have a good one.